Hello and welcome back to the channel. This morning, I'm going to be bringing you all a reminder that things have changed in this world, and that with the changing of things in this world, we've got to have some changes within us as well. We've got to change our minds and get ourselves, just acclimated to this new environment that we see in the world today. So, right now, they're talking about empty shelves. And as a result of the empty shelves, they are rationing food to customers. Ain't that something? Rationing food. What does that sound like? Rationing food. This means that things are so short that you can no longer go in there and buy what you used to buy, but they've got to make it spread so that everybody can get just a little bit. It also sounds like how things were in the Great Depression, where they literally had to just pass out food to people, whether you were rich or poor. It didn't matter. Rich didn't get you to the front of the line, Anyway, we're going to get into this story because I think we need these constant reminders that things have changed and that they are not going back to the way it used to be. Okay. This is happening all over. I know in the UK that they are rationing fruit and vegetables because of shortages and things that have happened in other areas. But here it says supermarket food rationing, the stores that are currently affected. Now, one thing that kind of jumped out to me when it said disappointed customers have blamed supermarkets for an unacceptable lack of planning after they found shelves empty. Now, let me tell you why that particular statement jumped out at me right away. Okay. It jumped out at me right away because it proves that people in this world are dependent on the system. And so when you are dependent on the system, you'll say that it's their lack of planning that have resulted in these shortages. How come they're not looking in the mirror and say that it's their lack of planning? For me, if you go and see something that's not available in store shelves, it would make me say, man, we should have grown more, or we should have done more, or we should have planned more, right? But the mindset of most people today is that the supermarkets have a lack of planning. So again, that proves that people depend on systems to take care of them. They've gotten so used to this dependency that they don't see themselves as the reason why there is a shortage. Hey, y'all, we've got to make this year count. Okay. So what's happening? Shoppers are facing limits on the amount of fresh produce they can purchase as shortages leave supermarket shelves bare. Okay. Tesco, Aldi, Asda, Morrison's, and now Lidl have introduced rations on certain items, including tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers, as a way of maintaining their stock. The major supermarkets have blamed difficult weather conditions in Spain and Morocco for the supply issues following heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, and snowstorms in the region. National Farmers Union head Minette Batters has claimed the reason for the shortages is more complex and include rising energy costs. Disappointed customers have accused retailers of an unacceptable lack of planning after finding shelves missing products. So right now, everybody's pointing somewhere, right? Everybody's pointing somewhere. The stores are pointing to the weather. Some of them are pointing to rising energy costs. Customers are pointing to the stores. Everybody's just pointing everywhere, right? But anyway, it says, where are the biggest supermarket shortages? Pictures from supermarkets across the country, from Devon up to Edinburgh, show empty shelves on fruit and vegetable aisles. All retailers are experiencing difficulty sourcing products grown in southern Spain and North Africa. But Tesco, Aldi, Asda, Morrison, and Lidl have introduced rations. Okay. Which foods are supermarkets having shortages of? Shoppers are having a difficult time with picking up fruits and vegetables. And the problem started with tomatoes, but has since widened to peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, salad bags, broccoli, cauliflower, and raspberries. Right. So anyway, I want you all, this is something that's taking place in the UK, but we continue to see all over the planet, not just in these other countries, but even here in the US, we continue to see stories like this, right? For the past few years, we've been seeing stories where food shortages are happening more and more. Okay. And we're starting to see fingers pointing in every direction. They're blaming it on weather, farmland, rising cost, interruption in shipping. All kinds of things are being blamed. But we as consumers, in some cases, still just don't get it. The majority of people still have the mindset, oh, they'll figure it out. They're going to get it together. This year is probably going to be different. You know, the majority. Now, I know that there's a large segment of the population that knows better, and therefore are fortifying and realizing that things are not going to get better. There's quite a few people doing that, but there are too many people who honestly believe that the governments of the world and the systems of the world are going to get it together, and that they won't have to worry about this ever again, because the system will figure it out for us. They'll take care of us. They would never let that happen to us. That's how the majority of people think. And this is why things are so rough, because when you have a lot of people thinking this way and not enough people thinking about growing their own food or trying to secure their own futures, then that means the pressure is going to be on for these companies and these governments to keep it moving. And when they don't, system crashes or fails, these people are going to be looking somewhere for food. I mean, people have said that they will go after other people's food if they have to. And we've seen in some of these movies they've produced over the years, we've seen where they have even shown where governments can take over your crops if they feel the need to. We've seen that kind of stuff happen too. Now, of course, that's just the movies, but who's to say that they wouldn't do that? So we need to get our minds right in understanding that this system, it is doomed for failure. It was prophesied. So we don't need to be thinking any longer that, oh, things are going to be snapping back into shape soon. Get that out of your head. Now, even if there does come a period of time where things seem to calm down a bit, Scripture tells you that people are going to be going about their business. Then all of a sudden, boom, sudden destruction. When they shall say peace and safety. So we got to look out for all of these things. This is why you have to plug your mind into the Bible, right? To where you're looking at every possible scenario. Okay, so what do I do when things look like it's peaceful and safe? Well, the Bible tells me that that's when sudden destruction is going to come. If you plug your brain into prophecy, right, you'll know and understand what to expect, and you won't get yourself comfortable in a position or a situation that you shouldn't be comfortable in. You'll always keep your spiritual head on a swivel, looking for all of the indicators of what the Bible has spoken. Anyway, y'all, I'm done with this video. Say what you must in the comment section. As always, keep it tight and keep it right. Grow some food this year, y'all. But until next time, I'm out.